Hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay. So, hey, Robert, this is Chris. How are you? Good, good. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little bit, a few minutes behind based on our appointment that you scheduled with my colleague there via text. Is now a bad time for you? Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, glad we could connect. Just tried to call you, but I had like a headset issue, so I had to switch headsets. So it's just technical difficulties. But yeah, was reaching out to you. Looks like you were looking at possibly, I guess, moving to Florida from Columbus. Okay, awesome. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. All right. Um, Perfect. And just by the way, I do have to let you know all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. That contract for the property in Florida, is that contingent on the sale of your house? Okay. All right. Perfect. I just want to understand like timelines and like what kind of what are we up against? You know what I mean? So okay. All right. Well, that's good at least. What's bringing you to Florida? Got it. I know exactly what you mean. I grew up in Philadelphia and spent most of my life in the northeast of the country. So I'm uh-huh. Nice. Oh, oh man. That's why I moved to San Diego to get away from the cold. Oh yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah, my wife's from Florida. What part of Florida are you going to? Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome. Is that where you spent most of your time? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, that's actually not too far from where my wife's from, actually. She's from Fort Myers originally. Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah, she has all these stories about Fort Myers and her parents actually they live in Georgia now, but they just went back to Fort Myers their 50th high school reunion. Yeah, so but oh did it oh is that where it was? Nice. Okay. Sounds like you have friends that went to that same school probably. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've actually never been to Fort Myers. Ever since I've known my wife, she was living in California. She moved to Northern California like 19 years ago. So, yeah, but nice. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, the point of this call really is just to see if the property does qualify for getting an offer as is. We're generally looking for properties for one of two reasons. Either we're going to take the property, renovate it, and put it back on the market, or we're going to close on it and keep it and hold it as some sort of a rental. Okay. So by the end of this call, I can either get you an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. All right. Um, Now, some of the benefits of working with us is that we do buy the home as is. We would cover all the closing costs, and there's no realtor commissions involved. Um, Now, would you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper real quick? I'm going to have you jot down some contact info, and if we do get this approved, there'll be some other info you'll want to jot down as well. Ah, nice. All right, perfect. So my name is Chris Deal, like let's make a deal. Uh-huh. All right, and the name of our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible. Yep. And our office line here, if you ever need to get a hold of anybody, is 619-525-7132. And then our website. Oh, okay. No worries. Okay, perfect. Well, all right. So how long have you guys catch me up to speed? Like when did you guys decide to make this move? Mm, okay. Mm, got it. Oh man. Got it. Okay. Man, sorry to hear that, man. Stroke's tough. How long ago was the stroke? Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, it sounds like it. My mu Oh man. Mm. Oh wow. Huh, that's pretty cool. Oh man. Yeah, that's for a pair for a pair of glasses? And really there's only the one side that's special, right? Got it. Okay. Man, I couldn't imagine if they had to do the same thing on both sides of the glasses. It'd be like $3,000. Jeez, that's crazy. Um, well, you sound like you're doing great. My mother went through. She had I think they call it a schematic or ischemic stroke and a brain aneurysm like 7 years ago. Um, oh yeah, it's we were scared really bad because we were 5 days away, 7 days away from doing um, family reunion in Myrtle Beach, and my wife and I were all planning to go out, and then all of a sudden my dad calls me like three times back to back, and I was like at work, and he never called. Like if he calls me and I don't pick up, he'll just leave a message, and but he's like calling me frantically, and I was like, wow, it's crazy. So, but she's still around, so all right, man. Well. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. The you said new microwave, new stove, right? Okay. Um, are the like the fridge, the microwave, the stove, are they white, black, stainless steel? Stainless. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing there's a bedroom down there as well. Nice. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Sounds great. All right. Okay. And I guess you only bought it a few years ago. Do you guys still have a mortgage on the property? Okay. All right, got it. 371. Okay, got it. Um, got it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. All right. Is it just yourself on title or are you and the missus? Okay. Well, and what was your wife's name? Sandra. Okay, awesome. All right. Do you have me on speakerphone? Can Sandra hear me or? Okay, perfect. I can hear you. How you doing, Sandra? Oh, yeah, yeah, I could still, I thought something was going on there. I can still hear you. Awesome. How you doing, Sandra? My name's Chris. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, so we're just talking, here about the property and your guys' move to Florida, which sounds really exciting. When are you guys scheduled to close on that property? Okay. Nice. My wife and I are closing on our property on the 24th or 25th. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. Okay. All right. So once you close, I know it's not contingent on the sale of this home. So once you close, how soon are you expecting to move down there? Hmm. Mm, got it. Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. So it sounds like, I mean, ideally you want to get the property in Columbus sold as soon as possible. But the sale of the house in no way, shape, or form is stopping you guys from moving down there. You guys, once you close, you're gonna start getting your stuff and making your way down. Got it. Okay. All right. Um, have you guys considered any other options? Like, have you thought about renting out the house or anything? Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. 2.5 baths. Uh, okay. New oak cabinets, granite countertops. Okay. All right. Um, 8 by 12 screened in porch. Okay. Yeah, sorry, say that last part again. Oh, 20-foot patio. Okay, nice. Aw- Awesome. Okay. Sounds great. Now, I mean, in a perfect world, what were you guys hoping to get for the property? Just pay off the mortgage. Okay. Got it. So if you could get that 371, I think you said it was, then that would be good for you. Okay, got it. Okay. Um, just out of curiosity, what is your interest rate on that mortgage? - 5.9%. Who told you that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. So, yeah, okay, got it, got it. Yeah, um, so there's assuming a loan. There's also another way to take over a mortgage that's not exactly assuming. It's just a different way, and that's totally fine. That's actually what my wife and I are doing on our house that we're closing on the 24th or 25th as well, because that's a VA loan and it's not assumable. But so I can kind of walk you through what that might look like if that's another option. What's your guys' monthly payment on that house? 20, 25 something. Okay. All right. And oh, okay. Okay. Got it. All right. That's fine. Okay. So let's see here. All right. So if you could just get the mortgage taken care of, then you're all good. Then now the house that you're closing on, are you guys taking out a mortgage on that? Oh, okay. All right, got it. Okay, and I know you did mention that renting it out is potentially an option. Like what would that look like for you? Would you guys just be, traveling back and forth to like manage the rental, or do you hire somebody, or what would you? Okay, got it. Um, have you owned rentals in the past? Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, okay. Got it. So it doesn't sound like that would be unreasonable or too difficult for you to take on. Oh wow. That sounds like a fun experience. Okay. All right. Um, So you'd hire a property management company. What would be the downside for you of keeping it as a rental? Mm, got it. Okay. So just got it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it. What do you think? Oh, okay. Okay, one gas and one wood burning. Okay, got it. So if I'm hearing you right, it sounds like the idea of renting it, that's kind of, like if you had to, you would stomach it, but it's not really an ideal scenario for you. Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, okay. What do you think it could possibly rent for if you had to guess? Okay. Got it. So you'd be barely kind of breaking even at that point. Not factoring in obviously like any maintenance and stuff and property management. Actually, you'd probably be negative in that scenario if you have to if you're yeah, they're probably going to want, usually 10%. So that's bringing you to like 2,300. And then you're probably going to have, I mean, generally, I don't know what you set aside when you were managing, your own properties in the past, but generally when we manage rentals, typically we're setting aside anywhere from 10 to 15% for vacancy maintenance and repairs. Is that kind of what you're seeing too? Mm. Ah, okay. Yeah, I could imagine. Um, yeah, you definitely don't make your money on cash flow. It's, you got to be looking at it from the long game, holding and seeing the appreciation and the tax write-offs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Uh-huh. Oh, geez. Yeah. Wow. Oh man. Yeah, that's why a lot of there's some cities that actually now mandate like hardwired uh smoke detectors, which obviously that makes it, a little bit more expensive for those, but it definitely avoids that issue. Um, okay. Well, have you guys done any updates to the property since you bought it? Yep. Okay. 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 Got it. Okay. So that was all stuff you did. Okay. All right. Got it. Um, the kitchen, I know you said the kitchen was updated. Do you know roughly how long ago that was updated? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Um, let's see. I mean, you're obviously a super intelligent guy. You've owned a bunch of rentals. You've been in the game. You kind of know what there is to know, and you know the house better than I do. Uh, I mean, in your opinion, how do you see a world where we would be able to take it on and make any kind of money on the property at all? Mm, hmm. Okay. Yeah. Mm, okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Um, okay. Is there anything like let's say you had 30 grand to spend and you guys were going to stay in the house. What kind of things would you be doing to the house to complete the updates to bring it up to 2024 standards? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. And it shows on online that the property is 1,776 square feet. I'm guessing that probably doesn't include the basement. You said the basement is completely finished, right? Okay. All right. And you said the basement has a full kitchen in it? Okay. Okay. Got it. Is there oh, I see the kitchen. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I'm seeing the pictures from I think probably when you bought it. Um, okay. Does it have a private entrance or do you have to go in through the house? Okay. Do you think there's any world where it could be kind of separated off where you have a private entrance? Okay. All right, got it. Um, yeah, I'm thinking, like if that could be, separated off. I'm just trying, I'm trying to think, how can we add value? Because the problem is, generally speaking, not always, but most times when somebody just bought a property 2 years ago, it's usually pretty hard for them to get what they need out when they sell it. They don't have a ton of equity, and for us to come in and you know get the loan paid off, it doesn't usually leave much meat on the bone from like a fix and flip standpoint. And then from a rental standpoint, it just comes down to okay, well, how can we cash flow if it can, if we can't rent it out as a single family and cash flow, then we got to look at any other strategic ways we can, possibly, increase that cash flow. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Got it. Yeah. So we would need to go in, dig down, basically build like a little box on the outside, make the window bigger. Yep. Yeah. We've okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Um, hmm. Let's see here. This one's gonna take a little bit of creativity to figure out if there's a world. I'll be honest with you. Just looking at, I'm just looking at some cursory stuff here on, other properties that have sold in the area. I don't think there's really any way where a cash number is going to make any sense for anybody. Um, I think based on comps that have sold and what your mortgage balance is, if you took a cash offer, you would be writing a check to sell your house. It wouldn't cover the mortgage. Exactly. And I don't want you to do that. That's the last thing. Yeah, exactly. You're not even in a position to do that. So that doesn't make any sense at all. Now what might make sense, and when it's all said and done, you might decide that, hey, the option you want to go with is just hiring a property manager and renting it out, right? That's still going to put you in a little bit of a negative position. There might possibly be a world where we could structure something where you don't necessarily have to come out of pocket for anything. You don't have to worry about maintaining the property, handling tenants, termites, toilets, and property managers and stuff like that. But it would require a little bit of creativity on our side. We have done multiple transactions like this in the past. I don't know if it would qualify for it. To be just totally blunt with you, I'm going to have to take this up the ladder to the higher underwriters who kind of specialize in these. This is something we specialize. We are a creative company, so we do a lot of different types of creative strategies. As I mentioned, I'm buying my personal residence by taking over somebody's mortgage, and I'm not assuming it. The mortgage is staying in the seller's name. My wife and I just have a contract with the seller to where we're going to be making the payments, and then we take the title, so we own it, but the debt remains in their name, and we get the benefit of the interest rate that they have, all that jazz. So we've done stuff like that. We've done other stuff where we've effectively come in, very much like this, and just said, okay, look, we'll take it off your hands. We'll take the responsibility and shoulder the burden of any of the maintenance and all that stuff. We're just going to take it and figure out how we can monetize it. So one of the things that we've done in the past is, you've probably heard of co-living. Have you ever heard of that? Okay. So right now the country is facing a massive housing shortage. And, so we've done some co-living spaces where, we basically increase the bed bath count a little bit, and this one, because it's got that kitchen downstairs in the basement, you know, I'm not the guy that makes this decision, but I could see a world where that's a huge benefit to being able to make it one of these types of co-living spaces, or if we could do an egress window to make it so that downstairs is livable and figure out a way to like section it off. Might not be the best scenario, but like convert it to kind of like a duplex. That might work. Um, but essentially what that would look like is, we would basically take it on and just take over making those mortgage payments on your behalf. And we'd set up a third party servicing company that would facilitate all the payments and everything. I mean, if I could bring that to the underwriters, they approved it and they said, yeah, we can make it work this way. Is that something that you would be completely opposed to? Okay. What's that? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. So, Yeah. Yeah, that actually might be, so we would basically be kind of partnering, right? Like, you guys would basically, kind of essentially own the debt and own the, in that way, right? And we would shoulder all the burden of managing the property, taking care of it, handling any tenant situation, but you're basically upgrading yourselves effectively kind of to like a quasi lender. You're just kind of helping facilitate, us taking over that payment, and we're helping you guys get out without having to like come up with any cash up front. And get out from under this thing. So this actually might, the more I think about it, there might be something good here for everybody. Let me do this. This is going to take a little bit of additional underwriting. I'm not going to be able to get a clear answer on this in the next, like, 5 to 10 minutes. So let me bring it to the team. I'm going to have them do some extra due diligence on this. I might even I'll talk to them. I'll kind of see where their heads at initially, and then we can kind of take it from there. Now, I'm today's kind of a weird day today because my wife has a doctor's appointment. I have to go take care of the baby for a few hours. So I might not. Okay, all right. So I'll try to see if I can get back to you later this afternoon, but I would say most definitely I can connect with you tomorrow if that makes sense for you guys. Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, let me see what I could come up with, and then let's circle back. Is there any particular time of day that just absolutely doesn't work for you? Okay, all right. Well, oh, what time's that? Oh, okay. That's like 6 a.m. for me. So you'll be back from that before I'm in the office. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's circle up tomorrow, and then I'll get, the head underwriter on this. We'll put our heads together. We'll see if we can come up with something. If you had to guess when you talk to them about that Earl program, do you have any idea, like in April, if you were to refi it again, what that interest rate might come down to? Okay. Okay. Got it. How many years are still left on the mortgage? Okay. Got it. I guess where I was going with that was when you refied just recently, did that push it back to like a full 30, or did it just change the term? Okay. Okay, got it. So the length is probably about the same. Okay, well, why don't we do this? If you can gather any additional info on the mortgage between now and tomorrow, and then I can talk to them, we can kind of bring our heads together tomorrow, and then see if we can make something make sense for everybody on this. Awesome. I really appreciate you. And by the way, I know I didn't say this earlier when you mentioned VA. Thank you for your service. Really appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. Oh wow. So you were what war was that? Was your Vietnam? Oh man. Were you were you in the thick of it? Oh man. Oof. God bless you, man. That's yeah, you guys saw some real stuff. My grandfather, he was in World War II. He was a radio airman and got shot down on three separate occasions. And I think he spent like I did a book report on him, and back in like fourth grade, and he spent like 30 days floating at sea between the three different times that he was shot down. It's crazy. Just imagining like the fact that like any of those three times among other times throughout his life, like his entire like lineage could have been just severed, and I might not even be here. It's just like wild to think about, you know? So But all right, man. Well, good talking to you guys. I'll circle up with you tomorrow and hopefully we can come up with something that makes sense for everybody. All right, I appreciate it. Bye-bye, Sandra. Have a good one. All right, see ya. All right, guys. If you guys are just joining, that that actually went from good conversation to somewhat of a bad deal to possibly a really good deal. Um, Here's why. So we did some preliminary underwriting on this, just basic underwriting. Cash deal in no uncertain terms is going to make sense. We'd be coming in at like a $200,000 price point. Um, so that's definitely not on the table. Doing a subject to on his $371,000 mortgage, 25, I think she said it was a $2,500 a month payment. $2,500, yeah, $2,500 a month payment. Don't think that makes sense. It could possibly rent as like a single family for maybe right around $2,500. However, the previous owners, and I'm looking at the pictures of this, it's a full kitchen in the basement. So you basically have a whole other unit in the basement, um, possibly a bedroom, full kitchen. Now, if we can set something up, and a buddy of mine just recently did this. If you guys don't know who Brandon Vizasso is, he's up in Boise. Uh, Him and his team are freaking killing it. I think they bought like 80 he's owns like 70, 80 properties in the last 2 years, mostly creative finance. So really good friends of mine. He's freaking killing it up there. And, he just put out a video of this, literally this exact situation where you just add value by digging around the house where the windows are. You basically create a box on the outside and then make it an egress window. So now it's a bigger window so you can get out. And then now that converts that finished basement into livable square footage, which means you take that 1776 square footage. And if it's the same footprint, boom, you just doubled your square footage and now you have a 3,500 square foot house, right? Which obviously impacts the value. And then when you factor in that there's a kitchen there in the basement, and now all you have to do is figure out a way to section that off and make it a private entrance. And now you can sell somebody a, 3,500 square foot house, duplex, quasi duplex, right, where they can house hack, or they could just have like an in-law suite in the basement. So there actually is potentially some really good opportunity on that. And with him being willing to let us take over that loan, and he's going to stay in it and then refinance it again in April for us to like lower the interest rate, like that's the money move right there. So could turn into a big pile of dog poop and a nothing burger, but I think there's an opportunity here. So I got to hop off. I have to go meet my wife to take over with the baby, but hopefully you guys got value out of this call. And I'll be back later this afternoon to hop on some more seller calls. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe, follow us, hit the notification bell where we make real estate investing easy. Peace.